Hi, guys. Welcome back to Real Love, Real Life Podcast. I'm your host, Jasmine.
And I'm Ernesto. Ernesto
de la Cruz, since it's October.
I need to quit doing
We haven't even watched any like Halloween movies or anything. And
I miss being a child watching Disney Channel.
I know.
Like the holidays were the best on Disney Channel.
We should go home and watch.
Dun, dun, dun,
oh yeah,
that was sick.
We should go home and watch like Halloween Town or something. That's like cool. My favorite. But anyways, we have something to talk about today because I just thought it was like the perfect topic because I've been in my little feels lately. I don't know, girl stuff. I'll get over it. But the double-edged sword of social media. There's so much good and there's so much bad.
Yeah.
And I feel like lately I've been like seeing too much of like the bad and not really focusing on what's important, which is the good.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to seem like ungrateful because social media has been life-changing for us and it's been such a blessing. But it's hard.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's you know, it can get overwhelming really fast. And I think especially when you're in so many different areas, like me, like I like to share a little bit of my life, but then I also do like a lot of affiliate marketing and
sprinkling some recipes
here and there, because at the end of the day, like that's what I started doing. So it's always really natural to me. Like I always love like at least once or twice a week to record a recipe because I'm like, that's literally how I started.
Yeah. Literally.
And that's how people like started like liking me and following me and all of that. And then after the recipes came a little bit more of like the lifestyle, then it came like, where'd you get your top and all of this. And then that's when the affiliate marketing came in. And so it's literally, it's some of everything.
Yeah.
And I just feel like lately it's been so overwhelming and it doesn't help that I scroll.
Yeah. Especially if you're a content creator, scrolling is just like.
Yeah. Which it's hard because, so like I've been to some like TikTok shop workshops and stuff, and they're always like, well, you have to scroll, like you have to scroll because you have to know what's trending.
Yeah.
You have to stay in the loop of stuff, and it's like, then why am I seeing so much negative stuff? Like I wish I could like select exactly what I want to see, which I mean, I guess you can put like not interested, but sometimes you get pulled into stuff.
Even if you're not interested, eventually it's going to pop back up.
The negativity. And, you know, sometimes you take a peep into your message request. Yeah. And it's like, you fat bitch. Like what the heck did I do to you? Like, you know, you see things like that. And, you know, it's been a couple of years in this. So I will say that I have some pretty tough skin.
Yeah.
But
it gets you
sometimes you're just being a human and you're having a rough day and you see something that, you know, you didn't like and it takes a toll.
Yeah.
And I feel like people always see like, oh, like what you do is so easy, or like, you know, they don't think you have a job. And it's like,
they're like, get a real job.
Get a real job. So it's like, not only am I busting my butt, I'm working 14, 16-hour days. People trash me all day. Like, you know, you get trashed, you get made fun of, you like, so all of these things, but, you know, get a real job.
That's crazy.
Whatever. But so we can talk about a little bit of both the good and the bad. I will say sometimes like I take a step back and I'm like, hey, if it wasn't for social media, we probably wouldn't even be sitting in front of each other right now.
Nope.
Because even though we met in 6th grade, we reconnected through an app.
And no, not Tinder. Facebook.
Yeah, because then they're gonna be like, Tinder? Yeah, through Facebook, and that's how it went. So I'm like so grateful. I'm always like, hey, you have to think back and be like,
shout out Facebook.
Shout out Facebook.
Shout out Mark Zuckerberg.
I got my honey now thanks to Facebook.
Yep.
And obviously the opportunities that it's had and all that is great. life-changing. I love it. I love the internet, but you have to be really careful because it can turn into a very dark space really fast.
Just like how we were reconnected. Imagine all the people that got divorces, like got together but then divorced right away. I could think of a lot of coworkers that I don't know why in the Mexican culture, a lot of the Mexican guys, they always got to go back to their ranch and try to marry somebody from there.
All the time.
And it never works out. Like I know this one guy, I think he got divorced like 3 times. No, 2 times. One time he got divorced here, went back to Mexico, got married, and then I talked to him, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm going this weekend. I'm flying back to divorce. I'm just like, what?
Wow.
And it's like, they probably send them money.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
this.
A lot of people actually get a divorce because they're sending all this money. And then when it's time, like, hey, like, is the house bill or whatever, it's like, I don't have anything. So I have somebody really close to me that, you know who it is. You know who it is immediately. This girl lived in Mexico and she met her sugar on Facebook. And the guy, like, you know, they fell in love, whatever.
Yeah.
He's a truck driver or something like that. And he's busy. So they're in love. He's sending her and not only money, he was like sending her stuff. So she didn't have to go back to work. She was just like on her little free time, like selling stuff that he would send her from here, shoes, things like that. Well, she had
a side dude.
The dude, I guess, like what I know, like from what my family has said, dude didn't even have a job, anything. And he always had new shoes on, new clothes, new watch, everything from what she was supposed to be selling because she was supposed to be like building and everything over there. She was like spending it. And I also heard that she had all of his family also all dressed up and good and everything. So she wasn't even selling the stuff. So she was spending all the money with the dude, all this stuff. And this guy would come like a couple of times a year.
That's crazy.
And yeah, like it turned really ugly because he eventually caught her. I mean, everything comes out to light. Like you can't hide stuff like that forever.
That's crazy.
He caught her and they ended up staying together. But like I heard that he makes her life like a living hell.
Yeah, because it's like either you're going to like get past that or you're just going to always just.
Yeah. I guess he gave her a choice and he said, we could either get a divorce or you're going to go back to the States with me and basically like live like on his leash. And she chose that life. And like, that's just an example. Like, yeah, these dudes like fall in love on the internet and they're just sending all their money and then they get played. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Come on. But yeah, and I mean, so many stories. Also, influencers that share their relationship on social media, things have gone, not everybody, but there's this girl that I didn't know who she was until her divorce. So I guess she's getting like a lot of like backlash because she used to always come, like she used to make a lot of car videos and be like, and I'm sure people are gonna know who I'm talking about once I say it. She used to make a lot of car talking videos, like pep talking girls. And she's like, oh, you know, like find the right guy, like know your worth. Like she used to come out like she had this like perfect marriage. She's like, you know, my dad taught me to like, you know, her standards were so high and her husband's this perfect guy. Well, one day she comes out and says like, I'm getting a divorce.
Dang.
My husband's been seeing this woman for like a year.
Dang.
And people are like, what happened? Like,
yeah,
what?
You painted this you painted this picture that was so perfect. But realistically, that was a green screen.
Yeah. And I think that's what, too, has my mind kind of like messed up lately. That when I start scrolling, I'm pretty sure people can like, you know, agree with me that it's very easy to start comparing yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Because a lot of the times people don't share the bad stuff.
The truth. Yeah. They're
or
like.
the truth. Everything.
They post the rent money, but it's like, Nobody's like, this is my last $10.
Yeah. So, you know, we compare ourselves a lot because it's easy. We're human, right? But I'm like, hey, I have to snap back into reality and be like, look at like her. She was painting this picture. And now that she comes out and talks, she's like, oh, well, like that. He wouldn't really like be affectionate with her, or people started putting puzzles together of how he would act like towards the end, where she was like trying to hug him and he was like kind of pulling away and stuff. And people are like, like, see, you weren't talking about it, but it was already happening.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Or maybe she was just like doing that to cover it up, like being delusional a little bit.
So again, sometimes I have to, you know, snap myself back into reality and be like, hey, the internet isn't real. People like to paint this picture that like everything is so perfect. And I mean, I'm not going to lie sometimes. And I think that's why I chose like this space too. Like I wanted to start a podcast and stuff because I was like, I want somewhere to sit where I could sit and literally rant about things that I can't like on TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like you say something on TikTok or Instagram and it's like, you're canceled. And I just feel like you have more of a space like on a podcast. Like people are going to come and find you because they already kind of know how you are. They know your story, things like that. The internet is a really like, it's a tough spot to be in. And especially like, you know, when you're in the light, like it's hard.
Yeah, it's like perfect example. If anybody don't know, we went to eat mariscos the other day. Terrence Crawford was there. I asked him for a picture, but I ended up getting a couple questions in. Well, I was nervous in the heat of the moment. I was fumbling my words, my questions, and I had uploaded the video like raw, like no edits, nothing. And anybody that's genuine be like, man, who wouldn't be like?
Yeah.
If you're not like a hardcore interviewer, like that's your life, like you're gonna mess up. You're not gonna articulate yourself well. And I upload the video, and people are just, you got people defending you, but you got a lot of majority negativity. Like, what are you? That was the worst interview I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What are you even asking? And like, I thought about deleting it, but I'm like, then how do I grow from this? Like, this is my worst one. I could only go up from this, unless I even mess up more, but I highly doubt it. And you can go to that video and see I replied to every single comment, whether it's bad or good. Like, you gotta have thick skin, but I'm the type of person, I ain't gonna stop until you delete your comment, or you're just like, damn, I messed up. Like, and it's not that I'm a malicious person, but I just don't play that.
Yeah.
And I don't sugarcoat.
And that shows that, again, the internet or people are just so, like, they try to be so perfect.
Yeah.
People would have just been like, you know what? F it. I'll lose the video. I'm not going to post that. Or I'm going to edit it to the max to where, like, I'm not stuttering or anything. Yeah. I mean, I was so nervous that I didn't even ask him, like, for a picture or anything. I didn't say hi. I stood there. And like, not that he's like God or something, but it's like, not every day you're standing in front of
a world champion.
Yeah. So I was just there like with my mouth open.
And it's funny because a lot of the haters were like, why are you putting him on a pedestal? He's a human just like you. And it's like, yeah, to a certain degree, you're right. But it's like, there's just different levels to this life.
Yeah.
This is somebody who's literally like, I don't know how long he's been fighting, probably his whole life, but it's like the amount of work and time he's put in.
Yeah, he deserves that. He
deserved that recognition. Like, he's taking, it's like an oak tree. Trees dig their roots as deep as they can and they grow as tall as they can. Yeah. You don't see a tree's like, well, he kind of grew halfway. You know, a lot of people, like I heard this saying that the biggest gold mine is in the cemeteries because of all the talent that just went to waste because people did not be like an oak tree, dig their roots deep into the ground and grow as tall as they can. No. And if you look at one of the comments that has like 300 likes on it, it was like a negative comment. And it's like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
That just goes to show you that more people are going to be negative and pessimistic than be like, you know what? He put himself out there. He's vulnerable. He has his heart on his sleeve. More people are flocking to a negative comment.
Yeah.
And that just shows you guys that this world is full of negativity, you know?
Yeah. Like I said, again, I will peep into my message request. There could be 300 messages of people calling me all kinds of names. And then there's one message like of, somebody like thanking me because, thanks to you, I posted my first video, or thanks to you, I bought this dress and I felt so pretty in my fall pictures, or whatever. Like, people are, it's easy. It's easy to be mean.
Yeah.
And to like tag along with what other people are saying. And it's like that dude that said that, like, why are you putting him on a pedestal? Like, I'm sure you're the type of people, I'm sure that he's the type of person that's like wishing Justin Bieber a happy birthday on Instagram. Like, dude, relax.
Yeah, and it's like, they're like, oh, like, he looked like he was punked or like, and it's like, I'm just like, these people are just crazy. It's like, that dude just won the biggest fight of his career. I don't know how much millions of dollars. He has a right to be skeptical of somebody coming up to him and asking him a question.
Exactly.
Because people nowadays are like, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?
I mean, I even told you, I was surprised. Like, I don't think he had like security and stuff. I even, like, when we drove away, I was like, what is this guy like doing? Like, so he has all the right in the world to be aware of his surroundings and skeptical that you're coming up to him. Like, he has every right.
Yeah.
To feel that way. He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't know what you're about to say or what you're about to do.
And then, it started off rough, but look at the end. It ended good. He was respectful. He said bye to everybody.
You know what I thought too? Like, he was so respectful in like his entire team, because somebody from his team was like, took the phone and was like, I'll record. The fact that he was so patient.
Yeah.
He knew, like, you were struggling, you were nervous.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was so patient and the guy recording was so patient says a lot about him.
Yeah, it's like they were patient
and the people online.
And the online are like, whack, like, this is trap. Like, it's like,
and you know what? I'm glad that like you didn't delete it or anything, because like I said, it could have been the perfect interview. You could have been sitting in this podcast room with all the good lighting and the cameras and the microphones, and it could have gone like beautiful, and people would have still had something negative to say. And
it's like, people are so negative that not just the interview aspect, but I've seen comments from like our fellow peoples that were like, why are you like interviewing like another race? Like, why are you supporting him? Like
are people okay?
What? Are you like,
again,
you're ridiculous.
This is part of like the internet that just sends me, like, my brain.
Like, how are you turning it into a racing? That just shows you that has nothing to do with real life. Like, if he didn't like if he didn't like Mexicans, or if I didn't like blacks, he wouldn't even give me the time of day. But the fact that he was patient, let me finish, even though I stumbled and I got through it, like, and he left respectfully. There's people right there like, why are you doing, like, interviewing him? Like, you're insane. It's like, he's eating mariscos, like one of the most, other than tacos, you can't get more Mexican than that.
Yeah.
And he even said, obviously they're not even listening to it, because they just see two different colors and they're like, they get emotional. It's like, he literally said, and that's what tilted the energy when he's like, I love ceviche. And it kind of like, changed it. It was like and I'm just like, he loves ceviche. He's, gave me the time of day. And it's like, that's all you guys took from this interview is, you just see me stumble, brace. Like, that's all you guys took from it.
And with everything. Like,
I'm just like, those are the people that are just professional victims. Oh, I didn't achieve nothing in life because I didn't have a rich dad or mom, or I didn't have family.
Let me try to ruin your day, since like, I hate my life and I'm unhappy that you don't hate yours.
And that's the thing, like, a lot of the comments I responded like, hey man, you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. And like, a lot of people would reply to that like, man, like great response, or like, they would acknowledge that, like, because you could only defeat negativity with love. I could be like, man, you're the ugliest thing I ever seen on the face of the earth. Your mom should have, you know. Mm-hmm. But it's like, what good does that do, or what's it gonna make me look like? I'm gonna be a hypocrite and a jackass just like them.
Yeah. Yeah, the internet can quickly make you feel like you are not enough. You know, or that was like their goal maybe. Like, oh, we're going to talk so much trash in the comment section that we're going to make him delete his video because he's a freaking nobody. Like, no, imagine all of those times. Like, I remember when I first started posting, like, my recipes, my lighting was poop. I didn't have a light. I think at that time, I don't know, I had like the iPhone 12. So my content was like nowhere near what it's like now. And people used to talk so much stuff, and it could be like a great recipe and people are like, you forgot parsley on top, or you forgot, like, that's not the right cheese grater, like all of the unnecessary stuff. And I remember I used to stay up at night and delete negative comments. Dang. It was so exhausting. And honestly, I think that's why, like, if I would have not gave a fuck since the beginning, I probably, like, you know, and I shouldn't think that way. Everything happens for a reason. But I'm like, I put too much of my energy into, like, trying to make my page, my comment section look perfect and clean. And now it's like, you can call me what you want. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah. I don't care. I'm going to leave it there. Please, you know, put some traction in there. Like, I don't care what you have to say. And I'm like, that is the energy that I should have had in the beginning. Because people are never going to be happy. You just got to hit them
with God bless you with the praying emoji hands. And I bet they're just burning up inside. Just like, and those are their demons, man. You got to exercise them demons, man. Yeah. There's a lot of wickedness in this world. And when you know how to respond the right way, that's what really gets to them more. Be like, hey, I'm sorry you feel like that way, but I hope you have a great day. Yeah. Like, it's just wicked, man. What? So there's pros and cons to everything, guys. And how convenient social media can be, it also could be a detriment to your relationship, to your life. Like that girl posting this picture, perfect family, this relationship. And reality, it's poop. It's crap.
Also, too, I think the side chick, they might have also met through, like, online. Well, I think we've also talked about another couple that their marriage was ruined, like, from TikTok. Remember? We talked about it on a previous episode. Somebody that we knew. We know. We don't talk to them anymore. Remember? Their spouse was, like, going to the gym and posting their gym videos. Man. So it's like, you know, there's also been relationships like that. You know, you meet somebody. There's a lot to look at now online. Yeah. There's endless scrolling. And it's like, you have to really have, like, you know, you have to have boundaries and you have to really know, like, what's up, because it's easy now. It's so easy to send a DM. It's so easy to just send a little, like, heart emoji or a like, and then that already to someone is like ringing a bell, and now you just ruined, like, 10 years of marriage.
That's crazy. Imagine the old people.
Yeah.
Like, the dude's only seen his, like, one and only. He's the only chick she's ever seen, like, nude. And, like, he jumps on his phone and just, like, poof, 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 back to back to back to back. You can literally
see whatever you want now.
That's what sucks about kids growing up now. Because back in my day, like, you know, there was, like, you had to look like at a magazine or a CD. Like, a CD, a DVD. You'd be like, hey, man, this one's good. Check it out. Yeah. Like, now it's like, if a lot of kids have smartphones nowadays. Yeah. Like, you're one browser away from looking at some bad stuff, and, like, it straight up corrupts your mind. So I'm like, the discipline they need to have nowadays is nothing compared. We were just so innocent and gullible when we were little. And like I said, a magazine, like, nowadays, like, you can see that every day on your phone.
And same with adults. Like,
and with
you
adults
can literally,
too.
like, you can ruin your marriage in like a split second.
That's crazy.
You have to be really careful. Also, people can try to come in and like ruin. I feel like when we were posting a lot of like family content and stuff, I do feel like we had a lot more traction, right? It was more interesting. I was monetizing every month because I was posting videos of you guys, and we were at the grocery store, and we were back to school shopping and all this stuff. And yeah, like I was monetizing, but like at what cost, right? Like people were like messaging you about me and messaging like me about you. Remember people messaging me every day like, oh, your man's like doing this and doing that. People messaging me like ugly ass kids, this and that, like talking about my kids, like, bro, again, like I have like thick skin and stuff, but it's like it almost came to a point where it's like it's not even worth it. Like it's not worth it for you to be like talking, or like the person that sent an anonymous message and was like, your house looks like this and you have this outside of it. And like that, I think that was one of like my last kind of lives. And I kind of took a step back and I was like, I don't know if it's worth it. Like since then, I've been more focused on like the affiliate marketing. It's mostly been like, you know, my own like car talking videos.
They gave like specific details of what we had outside, and
and it made me really uncomfortable, and I was like, no. So I try really hard like not to post the kids. You know, sometimes their like side profile will come out in a video or something like that. If I post on Instagram now, I'll try to put like an emoji like over their face, and just like protect that, because at the end of the day, I'm a mom first and a wife, and
there's some crazy people out there, man. They'll leak your address and all that, and people are not even, they're dumb enough to come to your house.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey man, we live in Arizona, dog.
Yeah.
I've been towing since I was a kid. Not just kidding. It's like, but it's like, it's not even worth it, because we live in a state where you can't even stand your ground. Like if somebody comes with
which we would,
because, you know what I'm saying, that 223 coming through the door. But it's not even worth it, because then you got to get a lawyer. You're going to have to fight for your life. You could that's a crappy thing about like Arizona. Like you can be like defending yourself, but the judge could be like, you know what, you could have avoided that. You could have just let them leave. Like, well, what about the consequences of coming up and disturbing somebody's peace?
Yeah.
Like, they need to be, you know, and I'm not saying like, you know, 6 feet under is the answer to that, but it's like there's consequences and stuff. Love thy neighbor, but, you know, don't come tripping. If you come looking for a problem, you're going to find it. And I'm the type to not start something, but finish it.
Yeah.
And God knows my heart, and it's like I will do anything to protect my family, whether that's putting my life on the line or taking whatever measure needs to be taken. Like, you come tripping, you're gonna trip.
Yeah. Since then, I've been like a little bit more like I don't, and the kids don't mind. Like, obviously we have two like a little bit older kids, so they don't mind. They kind of they do want to do like some skits sometimes and stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes I'm like, okay, like I'm okay with it, but I'm no longer okay with like completely letting you in my life. I'm going to let you see bits and pieces. I'm not like fully, you know, trying to like not let you like recognize my kids and stuff, because eventually if somebody wants to like do something, find something out, they're going to do it. Right. But I just feel like I opened the doors like to my home and to my life and all this stuff, and people quickly ruined that. And I'm like, I mean, it sucks, because at that time that was gaining a lot of traction. That was when I was like gaining followers so fast, when I was showing my family, when it was like all kinds of outings, lives every night. Like people were literally eating dinner with us. Yeah. And then it came to a point like, I mean, getting a message like basically telling you like, hey, I know where you live. It's like, okay, no, it's not fair anymore. And I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
I took a step back, and since then, like, I don't do lives like that anymore. And people like still like always say like, oh, you know what happened to like these types of lives? People ruined it. People ruin those types of things. Now, obviously, I go live if I have to like go live for a product or like I'm promoting something, whatever. But, you know, no longer like letting the internet in my life like that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And once I feel like that's one good thing about, like, you know, where we live now. Not too many people know. Like, I feel like back in the day, like, everybody just knew where you lived.
Yeah.
Like, you used to just bring everybody to your house.
Yeah.
But as soon as you fall out, now they're like, hey, they live right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I said, man, don't put me in that predicament. But it's like a while back, guys. There's a guy, he literally passed the house, see my truck in the front, and he tried to get in it. I literally walked out a minute after that. Like, literally a minute after that. I didn't catch him in the act. Well, not less than a week later, I'm literally in my front. This is like 4 a.m, guys. And he's literally walking by the crime scene.
Yeah.
And I literally confronted him, which is not smart at all, guys. Call the cops. If you have evidence, just call the cops. That's why we pay taxes. Mm-hmm. Call the cops. I straight pulled up on him. Like, I let him walk a couple houses. I'm like, that's him. I literally pulled up on him. And I seen him reaching for something, but I was just like fired up, blacked out. I just gave no fuck. I gave no Fs. Like, I had no fear in my heart. And, you know, I'm like, hey, man. Like, I literally showed him my phone, like, this is you. Like, you need to get out of here. And, you know what I'm saying? We haven't seen him since, but, like, you're lucky I didn't pull up with something else.
Yeah.
But that's also putting myself in a worse situation because you can't just show something like that. That's brandishing. So, obviously, he's in the wrong, but call the cops. You got the evidence, lock them up, throw away the key. Not just kidding. But yeah, guys, like, there's crazy people out here, and, you know, nobody's worth going to prison for. Nobody's worth dying for. No. Like, you know, obviously if you're protecting your family, it's a different story. But, you know, if you have a confrontation, nobody's worth going to jail for. We're grown up. You don't need to be fighting. This ain't the hood, you know. Like, we need to just be adults But you just got to protect yourself, and that's a good and bad thing about social media. Yeah, you get a lot of love and support, but there's a lot of people preying on your downfall, man.
Yeah.
There's just like when we had you had said the truth. Somebody took it offensive in your family. Well, now they start wishing malicious intent to us. Mm-hmm. You know, and I know you got scared. Your family was getting scared, and it's like, at the end of the day, we're protected, you know. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Mm-hmm. But, you know, that's why you have to pray, and, you know, you really got to pray over your family and ask the good Lord to shelter you, you know, cover you guys in his feathers, because, man, there's some wicked people out here that wish really bad intentions on you, and like, they want to see you fail. They want to see you harmed. So it's like, just protect yourself at all costs. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all about balance. Social media can either break you or build you. It just depends how you want to use it. And
that's crazy, though. See, that's the thing. Like, people hold on to certain things. Like I'm like an elephant, man. I forgive, but I don't forget sometimes. Mm-hmm. But there's just some things that it's like water. It's going to beat off the window. Like if we had beef or problems, like if it didn't get handled that day, I'm moving on with my life. There's people that are 10 years later, like that one time is like, bro, I don't remember you, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy, but
yeah.
Like, now that we're talking about it, I forgot about, like, people, like, basically making threats to our house.
I mean, that's, like, something that's, like, always in the back of my head. And that's why I'm like, hey, like, sometimes I do, like, you know, people miss the old, like, content and stuff. And I'm like, you know, unfortunately, it's, you know, I will, like, I'll share like bits and pieces and things that I like want to really share, things that I just can't hold back because I feel like, you know, I just want to put it out there. But, you know, knowing that there's somebody like terrible behind a screen and I'm sitting there like eating dinner with you guys, like that just doesn't.
And they could be passing by your front house.
Yeah, like no.
It's like.
And that's the thing. I think that's the thing with live, that it tells people exactly where you are, exactly what you're doing in real time. And that's the thing that I don't trust anymore, like about the live, because somebody literally said that while I was on live, and I didn't want to like seem scared, but it kind of froze me because I was like, I could literally be on live and this person could be passing right by my house, and you know, they know exactly what you're doing in that moment. So that's when I'm like, hey, you know, the lives
you're
aren't
vulnerable.
safe.
That's when they catch you like with your guard down.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Like maybe it's not safe. So, you know, you guys will still see pieces of us, but just not
and
like
if you
before.
do want to do content, like watch, like don't post like your street signs. Like don't even post your front yard, your streets. Like people will put puzzles together and be like, you know what?
Yeah. And you don't have to be no Kim K for people to like hate you and want to do something new. Like people just see that, you know, you're doing a little like
you're just being yourself.
You're being yourself and people are loving you and you're making a little bit of money and now they
that
hate you.
That just irks them and now they want to do something to you. It's like just because you have the courage to do it and they don't, they just hate you for it.
Yep. But yeah, that was it. I felt like I had to like really get stuff like this out of my chest because I have been a little bit in my feels and all of that. But, you know, I want to always continue being myself. I'm still being myself. I'm just not sharing, you know, a lot of like my more personal stuff, my family, things like that, because it's what I love the most. And sometimes it's better to keep those things private.
Yeah, you got to protect your family at all costs, guys.
But yeah. All right. I hope you guys like this episode. Love you guys. Bye.
Later, guys.